Major mishap. 6 people were killed on Saturday afternoon after a cargo ropeway trolley collapsed at the Shaktipeeth site on Pavagadh Hill in Gujarat's Panchmahal district. This is big breaking news coming in at the top of this hour. The trolley used for carrying construction materials up the hill fell from the 4th star after the cables snapped. It was carrying 6 people downhill at the time of the accident. The deceased include 2 lift operators, 2 labourers and 2 others. The impact occurred near the base of the 1st star of the cable. Officials said the passenger ropeway, which ferries pilgrims to the Kalika Mata temple, was closed due to bad weather, but the goods ropeway remained in use for construction activities. Police, fire brigade and district officials rushed to the site and began rescue operations. These are the visuals coming in from the snapped cable wire site. Unfortunately, 6 people lost their lives. Shifting focus to Jammu and Kashmir, an FIR has been filed in the incident of desecration of the national emblem. In fact, in a public display of anti-India sentiment, a major controversy has erupted in Kashmir after the angry worshippers vandalized a newly installed plaque and desecrated the symbol of the national emblem on the plaque of the Hazratbal shrine in Srinagar. The plaque carrying the national emblem was smashed on Friday night during Eid-e-Milad prayers. Vandals could also be heard chanting religious slogans while desecrating the symbol of the national emblem. For the first time, such a plaque had been fixed inside the shrine after a multi-crore renovation drive by the Waqf Board. Vandals also included worshippers who objected to the symbol of the national emblem, saying that it violated religious traditions. The incident has sparked a fierce political clash now. Waqf Board chairperson and BJP leader Darakshan Andrabi has called the act a terrorist attack, blaming workers of the ruling party, the National Conference. She said the mob also targeted the shrine administrator and promised life bans and FIRs against those who were involved. National Conference spokesperson Tanveer Sadiq says the emblem hurt religious sentiments, while PDP's Iltija Mufti accused the BJP of deliberately provoking Muslims. Both the National Congress and PDP, present-day rivals in Kashmir's local politics, have united on this issue, echoing the same sentiment and justifying the attack on the national emblem inside the Dargah. Jammu and Kashmir leader of opposition Sunil Sharma has strongly condemned the vandalism, calling it an insult to the national emblem, and has urged the police to take an action. The Hazratbal shrine, the valley's most sacred, housing the relic of Prophet Muhammad, has now become the center of both law and order crisis as well as a political battle that's only brewing further. So these are the visuals of the very same vandalism that we've been speaking about. This happened inside the very sacred Hazratbal mosque in Kashmir.
मैंने अभी तक किसी भी मजहबी दायरे में, किसी भी फंक्शन में इस तरह का एम्बलम का इस्तेमाल होते हुए नहीं देखा है। तो क्या मजबूरी बनी थी कि हजरतबल के इस प्रोग्राम, इस पत्थर पे एक तो एम्बलम इस्तेमाल, और फिर पत्थर लगाने की क्या जरूरत थी ना? क्या काम काफी नहीं था? पत्थर लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी। अगर काम सही होता तो लोग खुद ब खुद उस काम को पहचान लेते हैं। अब चलिए, उन्होंने गलती की, हो गया, नहीं होना चाहिए था।
मैं समझती हूँ जो अवकाफ बोर्ड है, जो उसके जो भी उसके मुंसलिक हैं, उनके खिलाफ ब्लास्फेमी का केस किया जाना चाहिए अंडर सेक्शन 295A। उनको जेल में डाल देना चाहिए, क्योंकि उन्होंने कोशिश की है हम मुसलमानों के जज्बात को मजरूह करने की, उनको तकलीफ़ देने की। क्योंकि जो हज़रतबल दरगाह है, ये हमारे सरकार दो जहां, हमारे पाक नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के साथ मुंसलिक है। वहाँ इस किस्म का शिरक करना, इस किस्म की कोई भी मूर्ति की तस्वीर रखना, जो इस्लाम में शिरक माना जाता है, गुस्ताखी मानी जाती है, इस किस्म की गुस्ताखी करना, मैं समझती हूँ कि उसके खिलाफ सख्त एक्शन होना चाहिए। और चाहिए चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब को फ़ौरन से पेशतर इनको सबको वहाँ से जो है बोर्ड से हटाए, डिसमिस करे, ताकि लोगों के जज्बात को थोड़ा सा सुकून मिल जाए।
इंसिडेंट बहुत ही अफसोसनाक है और नेशनल एम्बलम को तोड़ना खुद की, ये तो एक दहशतगर्दाना हमला है और एक सियासी पार्टी के गुंडे हैं जिन्होंने ये किया है। वक्फ बोर्ड कानून, क्योंकि इसमें कानूनी तौर पे इन्होंने बहुत बड़ा क्राइम किया है और एम्बलम, नेशनल एम्बलम तोड़ना ये क्राइम है। और इन्होंने जिस तरह से दरगाह के असासे को नुकसान पहुंचाया है, तो ऐसे लोगों को दरगाह में जो भी ये आइडेंटिफाई होंगे, उम्र भर के लिए यहाँ पे बैन होगी और FIR होगी।
National Conference's MLA Justice Hasnain Masoodi, BJP spokesperson RP Singh, and political analyst advocate Nikhil Jain, all three of them joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us here for the conversation at News9. Justice Masoodi, let me first begin with you, since we have already heard what Omar Abdullah and also echoing the similar kind of sentiment Mehbooba Mufti has to say with regards to the incident. Do you think it's fair breaking the national emblems picture there too on a plaque with stone in such a manner? You are okay with that?
See, ma'am, we don't find use of national emblem, state emblem anywhere on any religious place, anywhere in country. Be it Gurdwara, temple, mosque, or even a church. What is the reason? The reason is that constitution does not permit its use, and the law does not permit its use. So first violation has been violation of law, as well as the constitution has been by the vice chairman. I mean, it is not question of only this place, and anywhere in the country, because for the core constitutional values do not permit it, because you cannot endorse it by using an emblem. That is why 2005 Act prohibits, says that this should not be used, state emblem or national emblem should not be used to endorse at a religious place. Should not have been in the first place used at all, because that is violation of constitution. It is against constitution. Constitution does not permit its use, and the law does not permit its use. So in the first place, the second part is will come afterwards. The emblem should not have been used at a religious place because it is not used anywhere in the country, and there's a philosophy. There's philosophy behind that. Why don't we allow its use? Because we be temple or Gurdwara or a church or a mosque, we don't use it because the constitution would not permit its use. See, law, that is why the law says that you should not use the national emblem to endorse a religion. So, madam, in my opinion, Madam Vice Chairman has violated the constitution, has violated the law by making use of state emblem at a religious place. There was no reason, as pointed out by our Chief Minister, Omar Abdullah, that if it is not used anywhere in the country for valid reasons, so it should not have been done. And second is that you don't need to place a foundation stone anywhere at a religious place, because you don't do it with that kind of, with that intention that you will make use and people will come to know that you have laid foundation of a particular religious place. So nowhere, no religious leader of whatever party has ever used national emblem anywhere at the most important religious places in the country. This is the philosophy behind it. These are the core constitutional values. For core constitutional values, That is, ours is a secular state. When we say we the people of India, we gave ourselves a constitution, made our country a secular, socialist, democratic republic. And that is the philosophy behind it. Those are the core constitutional values that will not permit that you should use the
All
emblem.
right. All right, Justice Masoodi, I heard you. Let me also give some time to Mr. R.P. Singh and Advocate Nikhil Jain, who have been patiently waiting. Let me quickly take the opening remarks from them as well. Mr. R.P. Singh, your reaction to this particular incident that has happened in Jammu and Kashmir and the kind of precedent that will follow.
The problem is that a narrative is they are trying to build up a narrative. Learned Justice just now said that it's not allowed as per the Constitution. I was going through the complete Act of 2005. It doesn't mention anywhere that it can be used in any places except the use of a commercial place. And here is the copy of the 2005 amendment. Justice Saab, I'm telling it to you. Please, I'll appreciate. Go through it and then let us make us aware of where it's mentioned that it can be used as a religious place or any place for that regard, authorized by the government. One. Secondly, if there was an issue that you are treating it as a deity, although emblem is not a deity. If you are treating it as a deity and deity worship is not allowed, no one is going to worship in front of that emblem. One. Secondly, sir, there are procedures. I mean, you could have gone and filed a complaint. Your workers could have gone and filed a complaint to the local authority. Said this is wrongful use or this is not allowed as per this. This is the law which forbids us from using it. And then you could have filed a case also. They should have taken your help to file a case also. But why to take law in their own hand? Why this taking a stone, breaking the emblem? I mean, this is punishable. And then this is a swear act against the country. I mean, if you anything, there's a procedure for it. I mean, how long will we bear this culture of taking stones in the hand? This is not fair. And don't try to justify it by saying that, oh, it's our religious place. I mean, is it a deity? Does it represent deity? No. Does it represent any statue? No. So why to rope in religion into it? And why to say that it's not allowed in religious places? I'll show you 10 more places where a national emblem is there. And it's a matter of pride. But since there is peace in Kashmir, Kashmir is on the right track. So there is a certain element affiliated by various parties and certain deep state in the other countries who want to disturb the peace of the Kashmir. So they want to pick up an issue, and that's why they are doing so. But I'm sorry, sir, this won't be allowed, at least in a state governed by the India.
All right. Nikhil, you, I believe, wanted to make a point. Please proceed with it.
So I'll tell you what Justice Masoodi was saying. That is indeed, RP sir, you can read it in the 2008 rules that govern the use of the national emblem, the state emblem of India, regulation of use Regulation of Use Rules 2007. You'll find it in Rule 8 that the national emblem cannot be used on buildings that are not government buildings. No mosque, dargah, temple, gurdwara, church is a government building, number one. Number two, first of all, let me make it very clear for the record that
gurdwara, temple, church or dargah or mosque, is it written there? No, please go through that again.
Sir, it's an it's an exhaustive list. It's an exhaustive list that gives out the specific buildings on which the national emblem can be used.
Take your time. Go through that list. Read that list. Don't misquote the law. I give a challenge.
I'm not misquoting the emblem may be displayed. Let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. The emblem may be displayed on very important public buildings like the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Parliament House, the Supreme Court, and the Central Secretariat buildings. It may be displayed on the Raj Bhavan or the Raj Nivas and state legislature, high court, secretariat buildings. The emblem may be displayed on premises of Indian diplomatic missions and the heads of missions. The emblem may be displayed on buildings occupied by India's consulate. So, sir, that is what the use is limited to. Buildings of the legislature or the constitutional courts or government buildings.
No, you just now said it is mentioned. Please. You just now mentioned that it is mentioned that it can be put on any other building. Where is it mentioned?
So that is not what I said. That is not what I
No,
said.
no, no,
Sir, that is-
Mr. RP Singh ji, Mr. RP Singh ji, he did not say that it's not written that it cannot be used at temple and all. He just mentioned that temple, dargah or a church is not a government building. That's what he said.
Exactly.
Where is
Exactly.
it
And since
confined
the
to the
rules are
government building?
exhaustive,
I have another challenge.
sir, I did not interject you.
They are both learned
Sir, I did
legal
not
luminaries.
interject
I
you.
have
Mr.
That's
another
not
RP
challenge.
fair.
Singh ji,
That's
I'll
not
request
fair.
you
I
to
did
please
not
let him
interject you.
finish his opening remark at least. I will
Yes.
come back to you
Yes.
with the rebuttal, of course. I will have a second round of
Yes.
questions. Nikhil, please
So the
continue.
the main point here is that whatever happened is very unfortunate. I don't think any individual should have desecrated the national emblem in the manner that they did. But then again, it's the responsibility of the state and the administration to make sure that they do not take actions that can lead to some sort of a public order situation like this. With that said, let me also place on record that for Mehbooba Mufti to be asking a 295A complaint against people who probably did it in their incompetence and not because of any malified intentions, or for some people from the BJP asking for a Public Safety Act or terror inquiry against these people, both of these things are absurd. It's a rather unfortunate incident. It should not have happened. They could have avoided placing the national emblem. They've mentioned the Waqf Board's name, and that's enough. These people should not have desecrated the national emblem, and everything here is illegal. The fact that the emblem is put, that should not have been put. It's an improper use. The fact that these people have desecrated the emblem, that should not have been done. And the fact that such filthy politics is being played by the BJP on this, that also should not be done. I really don't understand why the BJP cannot let people live in peace and harmony.
All right, I'll come back to you with a counter question on that as well, Nikhil. But let me go back to Justice Masoodi. Justice Masoodi,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
question to you is that, sir, you are an elected MLA, right? You have taken an oath on the very same Constitution of India that has the emblem printed on it. It also has the picture of Lord Ram in it. I want to understand from you what could be so big of a problem that a just renovated place where crores of money was spent, a dissent could not have been raised in a more polite manner. Rather, people chose the stone and just started chanting and started breaking that very corner where the national emblem has been printed. I want to understand from you, did the people of Kashmir, the situation there is, we know that it's a volatile situation still there, has been since independence. Why can't we avoid such things on a daily basis? That's the plain and simple question.
See, ma'am, first let me take an exception to what was said by Mr. RP Singh. It is not our workers. It is, people have gone there, and that is second part of it. Nobody justifies. Law will take its own course. But the first, as Nikhil said, law does not, constitution does not envision use of national emblem on a religious place. That's the baseline. Second is that even the regulations do not provide for or do not permit. See, it is an exclusive, as he rightly said, that isn't the list is exclusive. No other place. See, it cannot be used on any building that is other than a government building. And second, more so, it cannot be used on religious because that will amount to offending our core constitutional values. When you use national emblem or state emblem on a religious place, be it Gurdwara, mosque or temple or a church, that means you are making use of the symbol to endorse a particular thought, a particular ideology. Law does not, constitution does not permit it. That is why it is a philosophy behind it. That is why we say that it is uses. That is why law provides that it is used should be restricted to. Now you don't go to a particular provision or a particular clause. Why does it prohibit? As Mr. RP Singh says, why does it prohibit? As Nikhil has rightly said, it is an exclusive and which says that the spirit is that no other place. You have to take a holistic view of it, a harmonious construction. Now, the vice chairman who made use of it and just led to the second part, I don't justify. They are not our workers. They are just whoever has done it, law will take its course and will take whatever action is to be taken. That is the second part of it. The first part is that she has forfeited her right to be vice chairman of an institution, and just to, create this, leave room for this kind of situation.
Justice Masoodi, my apologies for interrupting you over there. To begin with, national emblem is not an idol. It has no religious sentiment or religious meaning to it. It's a national emblem. It's there on our currency note, sir.
Nobody says that. Nobody says that. We say that it is a national.
Then why the political leaders are saying that why having national emblem in the dargah at the very first place?
I never brought in religion. I said I just restrict to my argument to that its use was not permissible, and by using it, she has offended the Constitution. She has offended the core values of the Constitution. That is not what is envisioned by the Constitution. And when we read together the Constitution, the core values of the Constitution, and the 205 Act, and the regulations, as pointed out by Nikhil, I mean, these, but the use is impermissible. And what was the reason to use?
Okay, okay. RP Singh ji, you want to make a point on that? RP Singh ji.
But please let me make it clear. I don't say that, justify that, how the way, it was the particular group of people reacted. And they are part of our party. But the fact remains that in initial, it was a mischief that should not have been done. It should have been, they should not have made room for, as
that is what we are speaking about, sir. In this nation,
yes.
we are celebrating democracy.
Yes.
If somebody has a problem, there should be a proper route that should have been taken.
It is not in tune with the democracy. It is not in tune with the Constitution. Our Constitution is the fundamental document that has some sanctity. The core Constitutional values are to be respected everywhere. Why should you do this when law does not permit it? And when it is nowhere on a Gurdwara, in a temple or a mosque or a church, anywhere in the country.
Okay, I get your point. I get your point. Let me give a chance to Mr. RP Singh as well. Sir, you wanted to make a point. Mr. RP Singh, please proceed with it.
But I take strong objection to Justice Masoudi's point, saying that is an ideological issue. I'm sorry, sir. This is the issue of nation. There is no ideology which has been imposed. This is the issue of nation, and you are trying to color it with ideology. It's very shocking that the seasoned person and a justice like you is coloring with ideology. Fact is that Emblem doesn't represent any color, creed, any religion at all. I mean, it doesn't represent Hindu or Muslim or Sikh or Christian for that regard. And then again, I request you, please tell me, how do Emblem turns into a deity? And how does, there's a problem with it, you have a problem with the deity, I understand. The religion doesn't allow any deity worship. But then how does it turn into a deity? One.
I didn't bring in religion. I didn't bring in religion. I did not bring in religion. I said pure Constitution. I say that.
Sir, you said ideology. Yes, sir, you use word ideology. Yes, sir, you use word ideology. Okay, then I'll appreciate. Expand your word ideology. You said ideology. What do you mean by ideology?
I said constitutional ideology. See, the ideology, it is idea of our Constitution. Core constitutional values. That is why when we read together, Constitution, the spirit of the Constitution, and the 2005 Act and the regulations, we together. That is why when you go to the commentary of
that's your version. That's your version of the Constitution. That's your version of the Constitution.
Nikhil will bear me out. When you go to the commentary on this Act, you will find out that is nothing. It should not be endorsed. It will not be used to endorse it. Please go ahead,
sir. That's your version, and we'll appreciate. It would have been more appreciated had the government gone to the court and then could have taken a court's point of view also on this, instead of demolishing it or discrediting it. I mean, that's not permitted. I mean, that's purely breaking of the law. And then again, sir, who allowed all this to happen? When for 40 years, you were there in ruling also for all these years. Dargah has been renovated. And then because Dargah has been renovated, there's a problem with that. Because the lady who was renovated has done with a great effort. You should rather appreciate that. Just because there's an emblem and then because you want to give it a color of deity, and that's going to undermine the complete effort of the woman, with the work which she has done.
No, she should have felt satisfied with the renovation, the work. That work would have been appreciated.
Gentlemen, my apologies for interrupting you over there. Unfortunately, I've completely run out of time on this bulletin. Nikhil, I'm really sorry I couldn't take the second question with you. But thank you so much, Justice Masoodi, Mr. RP Singh and Nikhil for joining us here for the conversation at News 9. And thank you so much for sharing your perspective with our viewers. That's all we have in the bulletin as far as the news is concerned. But I have a very special story lined up for you. Let me talk about that now. Mahindra